We are on part 3 of child sexual abuse. Today we talk about how to help a sexually abused child. This is one of the areas that are found very confusing to parents, and it is confusing because parents themselves, once you know that your child has been sexually abused, you go through your own emotions. Negative emotions for the reasons that it hurts, it is violating, and it is disturbing that someone can abuse a child sexually. And because a parent or a caregiver is going through their own emotions, then it complicates the process of helping a sexually abused child. So, I am going to outline some of the methods that can be useful to support or help a child who has been sexually abused to go through the process of healing. Number 1, listen, and listen some more. Children who have gone through sexual abuse from time to time will be needing to talk about some things, whether it is about the abuse or about just anything else. It really helps when children know they can be listened to. So you're listening to what they are saying, you're listening to what they are not saying. How do I mean, or what do I mean by that? You will realize that children have a way of saying, can I tell you a story? Then you say yes. Then they tell you, sasa, tulikuwa hapa na kule, then nani akasema, nikuambie. So if you are a person who is not patient with the storytelling of children, you're likely to get very tired and not be of help to them. But if you can listen through, then you say yes, niambie. Tukaenda, tukafika hapa kasema, then you say then you listen to the end. This is how you get the whole story of child sexual abuse. And once children share what they have to say, please believe them. I am saying believe them, because most of the time we ask them, are you sure? Are you sure you're telling the truth? Are you sure you're not lying? Now, when you ask child those kind of things, it means they do not. It means you're telling them, do not be safe to talk about it here. But when you tell them to talk about it more, then they tell you, then you say, okay, I believe you. Then that gives them the confidence to talk about it some more. Number 2, once you have listened, the easiest thing to ask a child is, kwa nini hukuniambia? Why didn't you tell me earlier? We also ask, what made you keep it for so long? Ama mbona hukuniambia the first time this thing started to happen? You expect children to be like an adult, to know when something is getting worse, they need to be talking about it. But you do not understand in the child's world that some of these things, that when they begin to happen, they do not point to any form of abuse. So allow the child to share without judging them, without blaming them, because most of the time we ask the child, so, hata wewe uko na makosa, mbona hukusema? Why did you wait until it got here? Or why did you wait until it happened several times? But then one of the things you can do to offer children support is allow them to talk. Do not blame them, because you are more likely to feel the need to blame them. Find an adult who you can talk to. And because you're also dealing with your own negative emotions, like feeling disappointed, frustrated, very angry at the perpetrator, what you can do best as a person is find an adult who can understand your emotions, other than have your emotions rise, you're getting angry, you're getting frustrated, and the child can see as they share, you're getting more, emotions are popping out and more. So what do? They fear. You teach them to fear to talk about it. But once you listen without blaming, without judging them, then you can go and share with an adult. It helps you to deal with your emotions and also support the child. It also gives the child the confidence that they are not the ones on the wrong. They don't end up feeling it's their fault. It is them who caused it. Because when children grow, they will tell you, back then when it happened, I thought it was my problem because I didn't complain. So allow the children to feel heard, not judged, so that they can be able to build their self-esteem from the person, the perpetrator who has already crushed it by sexually abusing them. Number 3, create an atmosphere of safety. When a child has been abused, one of the things they constantly go through is feeling unsafe. Am I safe here? Even if their world is not that clear that they will know I'm not safe, but they are constantly afraid. One of the ways a parent or a caregiver or even a neighbor can support is offer that environment. When they come and they are isolated, hug them, let them feel they are safe, and let them know that you will protect them from the perpetrator. Remember, in a child's world, the perpetrator is very powerful. Powerful because they have threatened them, powerful because the child was not able to protect themselves against the perpetrator, powerful because they have done it again and again, and they have reduced the child to you cannot fight for yourself. So if you understand the child is in a very vulnerable place, protecting them and assuring them that you will protect them is very helpful. That do not fear the person will come back and hurt you or hurt our family, because we are protecting you. If you need to involve police or the law, then do so, and let the child know I am involving these people because it is part of us being protected, so that the person who hurt you will not hurt us. Allow the child to feel protected. Now, if the child feels protected, then they are more likely to heal faster. But if the perpetrator is in your home, probably someone you hosted, a spouse, then have the child move to a place of safety. Why? Because as long as the perpetrator is within the vicinity, the child is likely to continue to feel afraid, and this does not facilitate the healing process. Number 4, there is uncomfortable sympathy that people give children from time to time. Then they keep saying, oh, poor child, you'll get over it. Or you even tell a child, don't worry about it. That is very impractical in the child's world, because the child's life is threatened as far as they are concerned. And because it is threatened, then they need to understand that where they are at is safe. So telling a child don't worry about it, telling the child do not be concerned about what happened, does not help the child. It is okay for the child to know that you're there for them, you will be there for them, you will protect them, and you will help them through the healing process. But only promise the child if you have intentions of being there. Number 5, on how to help a sexually abused child. Do not insist they did wrong for not telling you. Remember, a child has their own reasons why they were afraid of sharing. If you hammer this, then this is what they internalize as it is your mistake that you didn't talk about it. Sexual abuse is very complex to a child. And so if you understand the world of the child, you will allow them, by the time they share, to just feel comfortable and for you to appreciate. However, you can let them know moving forward, if someone ever comes this close, let me know, I will be there to listen to you. So instead of making them feel worse for not sharing, help them know that moving forward, in a small little sign, they can share with you. Number 6, on supporting children who have gone through child sexual abuse, is to understand that as a parent, you will continually go through those emotions. Sad emotions, painful emotions, hurting emotions. Sometimes you will be angry, and it is normal to feel like you want to project that anger to the child, because from time to time you might be angry with the children or angry with that particular child. When you get yourself there, allow yourself to know that those are your own emotions, and that the best you can do with this particular child who has been sexually abused is to remain warm to them. So give your child warmth. So again, I will say, go look for an adult to help you deal with your emotions. Then come back to the child and give them warmth. All that the child wants at that point after abuse is safety. Give them safety, give them warmth. Number 7 way of supporting a child who has been through sexual abuse is allow them to be treated continuously in case the sexual abuse was physical. If there was any physical harm done to the child, then allow them to go through the medical process until they are well. Number 8, if your child is not improving and you have offered all the warmth that we've talked about, you have listened to them, you're not judging them, you've offered them safety by moving them away from the perpetrator, and you have been constantly there for them, hugging them when they are afraid, being there for them, listening and connecting with them emotionally, then the last thing you can do is seek a child therapist who can walk them through the journey of healing. Just like an adult, when they go through issues, they get disturbed mentally, emotionally, behavior-wise, and even in the way they look at life. Just like every other person gets hurt, children also get hurt. When you cannot be able to support them to heal at home, it is only important and prudent for you to get them a child therapist who can walk them through therapy, because children, just like adults, they are given professional therapy and they heal from the issues causing them. Always when dealing with children who have been abused, remember that connecting with that child emotionally is the most important gift you can give to your child. And we come to the end of how to support a child who has been sexually abused.